Where is the love was the question I was asking myself on the morning of April 1st, when I first thought this is the cruelest April Fool's joke ever. Jennifer Valentyne has been let go. We won't see that lovely hand gracing us, telling us what to do. What happened?
What an exit.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than that, really.
It wasn't an April Fool's
gift.
It was unbelievable.
Well, 30,000 comments came in, so really it kind of worked out for me. Things change. You guys know that things change in this business.
Yeah, absolutely. And complete shock.
Yeah, and Oprah said there are no mistakes, so it wasn't a mistake. It leads us.
I've got
it
to
just
think
changes our direction, right?
It was a mistake. I haven't watched the show since. You were the sole reason I watched the show.
Thank you.
Well, it's true. Absolutely, and I was just. I couldn't believe it. And then when it turned out not to be an April Fool's joke, how did you handle it emotionally?
Oh, goodness. Well, you can only imagine. And I was bedridden, couldn't stop crying, the way anybody handles it, really. And I'm not alone.
No.
You think that you're alone, but you're not. And when you find out that other people lose their jobs, and it doesn't matter if you're on TV or what you do for a living, really, we're all the same. We love our jobs, and nobody wants to be let go. I think we all handle it in the same way. And after reading so many comments, thousands and thousands, and I promise you, I read them all, honest, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, social media is amazing. I realized that I'm not alone, and and to have that sort of something that could lift me up like that was a gift, really, to have all that support from the public. And, people told me their stories. I read all their stories, and it actually gave me comfort. When people would lose their jobs, I would think, oh, you know what? They're going to be okay.
You never really know until it happens to you, do you?
Yes. And now I know. And so, to have that support, like I said, was a gift. It was overwhelming, and it really helped me, So I lost my job. Big deal. People have real problems out there. And to actually read about other people's problems, it just put everything into perspective. It was a reality check.
Well, you're a very down-to-earth person, and so it doesn't surprise me that you would say that. But I think for the majority of people in the public, the question was, she's fabulous. She's the light of the show. We don't get it. What are they doing? Did somebody have a heart attack? Did somebody lose their mind? What are these stupid decisions that they're making? I mean, were you making $10 million a year that they had to cut
Yes, I was,
you?
actually. I was making $10 million a year.
She's just bought our show.
It just wasn't worth it to them, really. Yeah, like I said before, Oprah says that there are no mistakes. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe this was really a mistake. But no, like I said, when everybody said it, when one door closes, one door opens. And this is a whole new world for me. If this didn't happen, then this wouldn't have happened. If this didn't happen, then I wouldn't have had all that support from the public. And, I still cry every day reading stories from people and I wouldn't have got another job, an amazing job that's national on W Canada. So on the W Network, I am the after show host on Bachelorette Canada. So it was all timing too. It happened very shortly after I lost my job. So really, it was kind of meant to be. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit nervous because Colin Farrell is resigned.
I know. Okay. Chris Beatty looks an awful lot like Colin Farrell. We're just gonna that's why he's here, basically. No,
I'm blushing. No, I saw him and I was like, "Hi, do I know you?"
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, Jen, to do some new things. I mean, try out something new.
Yes. Like I said, I wouldn't have been able to do something like this if that didn't happen. So you have to look at it as a positive thing.
How long were you on that show? Was it
23
years?
23 years, and I started when I was 10.
Yeah, of course. We all do.
You were the singing weather girl, as I recall, when you first...
Did you have to bring that up?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, at least you can sing. I mean, and you sing very well, I must say. But this new job, the Bachelorette Canada, is a perfect fit for you because you're a Bachelorette freak.
I'm a super fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a super fan, and it kind of is a little perfect, don't you think?
Absolutely.
And it's true. I've never missed an episode. I love the show. I watch it with my husband. Do you watch it? Colin? I don't even know your real name.
Chris. Both begins with C, so there
He'll
you go.
always be Colin to me. So in any case, I watched it. I've never missed an episode, so this is kind of the perfect fit, and I'm so looking forward to this, and even more so now that I've been able to announce it, because I had to keep it a secret all that time. But I'm going to be traveling to Vancouver, and I haven't spent a lot of time in Vancouver.
Explain that. The show is shot once a week out of Vancouver, or are you going to be able to? You're going to be going. That's a lot of points going backwards and forwards.
Do I get those points?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, you do.
Even though they pay for the flight, I get the points. I love that.
We
So
can work it out somehow.
I am leaving on Mondays, and then coming home on the Wednesday. So the show is live from Vancouver on the 13th. That's the first episode. So I'll be live on Tuesday nights for 9 weeks after the show.
I bet your kids are excited.
I don't know if they really, they're 15 and 16. You know those ages.
Yeah, they don't care. My kids were embarrassed at that age. Oh God, please don't tell anybody. They were embarrassed by the fact that I was on television.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. They were.
Yeah, my kids were embarrassed until they realized it got them things like, second row seats to the Lion King or anything that they wanted to go to. It's like, I'm a C-list, but I still get good tickets. So have you looked at all the Bachelors? You got a favorite going on here?
They've only announced 10. So if you
10?
want to see the Bachelors, you can go to WNetwork.com, and they're going to be announcing 5 more. Kevin, the firefighter, the Toronto firefighter, is awfully cute.
But there's not as cute as Chris, right? He's engaged. He can't.
Hello.
He's done.
He'd make a great bachelor if he wasn't engaged. But there's another Kevin, and he's a deckhand. So he travels all over the Caribbean. I think, what's he going to do, though, if they hook up? He's going to have to leave that job or take her with him, and they'll both be deckhands. But what a great job. You know, as a deckhand, you do anything that needs to be done on the boat, and you get to travel the Caribbean. That sounds like a fun job. And there's a bartender, and there's a Frenchman who, am I doing my French accent okay? And he wants to French kiss her. So you have to tune in to see if they actually do French kiss.
So what are you actually going to do on the after show?
Okay, so we're going to have guests. So we're going to have Canadian celebrities, if they're super fans, like I am on the show. Also bachelors and bachelorettes from the past, former bachelors and bachelorettes. So I don't know. They haven't told me. So I'm going to be surprised as well. And of course, real super fans. So we are looking for those super fans. If you go to WNetwork.com, you can apply to be a super fan. And who knows, maybe you could be sitting on the couch next to me talking about Bachelorette Canada and our beautiful Bachelorette, Jasmine.
I wanted to ask you just one thing, and we talked about your children, how they're teenagers. How did they cope with you not? Actually, how did they cope with you being there in the mornings after you lost your job?
I don't think they liked it.
They did.
I really don't think they're very independent, and but very supportive.
Very supportive?
Yes.
And I said to Georgia, Jackson doesn't say much, teenage boy, but to Georgia, I said, what was that like for you to come home and see me crying like that on the couch? And I asked her weeks later, because how does that make her feel? She goes, I felt so bad for you, Mom. And she said, and you were crying. And she said, and you just weren't crying. You were ugly crying, and your whole face was all wrinkled up.
Daughters?
And she said, all right, Georgia, that's
thanks,
enough.
yeah.
But through the whole thing, Georgia is one in a million. She is amazing, beyond her years. And she was leaving me inspirational text messages saying, your job does not define you. I'm like, my 14-year-old just sent me a text message. Your job does not define you. You're going to do something way better, Mom. So supportive. Every day I'd get these inspirational text messages. And I'm like, what did I do right to deserve this amazing daughter?
And your amazing dog. You didn't.
And my dog, Dixie, who came along at the right time, really, because I wanted a dog so bad. My husband didn't want one. And then I just brought Dixie home. Somebody got her from somebody, and I got her from that person. And my husband didn't talk to me for 24 hours and then ended up falling in love with Dixie. But she was a source of comfort. She was there. She wouldn't leave my side. You know that dogs know what they know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're intuitive.
Well, I don't know. I think Kate and I have agreed that this is just the beginning for you, and you're. Oh yeah, we think this is just the beginning, and you're just going to soar because you're so authentic and so down to earth and so lovable that I think the public will follow you wherever you go.
Thank you. Well, I took a chance, I'm
Took
taking a chance.
Well,
and
you said no to the job that you got offered by the people who fired you. Remember?
there was
That
a
one.
job, and I don't want to say what it is.
No, we're
because,
not going to talk about
You
that.
don't want to cut up another job, but you have to know,
It wasn't for you.
it just wasn't for me. And that's okay that, that wasn't for me. And I knew that. And I had to make the decision that was right for me. And this was a great decision. And I'm really happy to be a part of Chorus and to be doing this show. And you have to tune in.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Jennifer,
you.
joining us.
Thanks, Colin.
When we come back, when you pair up a grateful mom and an eco-friendly company president and a whole lot of support, well, you'll hear all about it. This is what she said on The Jewel. Stay with us.